Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a Chicago Bears 7 round mock draft. They traded out from the number one overall pick, decided to stick with Justin Fields, which I think personally I believe that was the right move. I wouldn't blame them if they did take Bryce Young, but like recently trading back, I mean quarterback hit rates are just so low lately in the league that like I don't blame them for like you've seen Justin Fields has that upside, so you might as well stick with him. The hit rate on him is just about the same as Bryce Young, and you can add just a lot more depth to your roster. I love the DJ Moore throwing in that trade. I think he'd be a really good receiver for the Bears. Funnily enough, Bryce Young is here in the draft. I just kind of noticed that, so they could still go Bryce Young. You never know, but we're sticking with Justin Fields, and I'm like, bro, as much as I love Bryce Young, and I think he's going to be a really good quarterback, I don't blame them for making this trade. If this was next year and they were staring Caleb Williams and Drake May in the face and made that same move, I would say it was a bad move. But this year in this class, I don't think there's a dude like Caleb Williams or Drake May. So I don't blame him for that move. I thought it was a good move. Like I said, I love the DJ Moore add in. But anyways, we're up here at 9. I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago tries to move around a little more, even in the beginning. I think Jalen Carter could be a great dude for them. I know there's the whole Jalen Carter saga. And listen, the whole his whole car racing and the car crash stuff, that stuff's awful. I'm not gonna talk about that stuff. But when we talk about the pro day stuff of him looking bad at the pro day, listen, I'm gonna look right here. I don't care. I don't care that he didn't look good at the pro day. When you looked as good as Jalen Carter did on film, I could care less what you look like at your pro day. I know some people say it looks like it shows that he doesn't care, but like dude's going through a lot right now, and like I mean, like I said, this is one of the best D tackles we've ever seen in college football. And I'm not going to let him being a little out of shape in the offseason on his pro day make me not want to draft him just because of that. Like, he's an elite talent, and I think he's a dude Chicago is definitely going to be targeting. But in this mock draft, he's not here. So the Bears are an interesting team because they definitely got some holes. They did a really good job in free agency of one of my favorite my personal philosophy that I think the Bears followed was you fill your holes in free agency so then you can kind of draft your best available in the draft. And I think that's what they did a great job of. Now, Christian Gonzalez is a dude I love in the top 10 here. My only question about Christian Gonzalez is they've spent their picks on Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. So they kind of have two corners that I really like. And I think a slot is another dude they need to pair in there. But I don't know if taking Christian Gonzalez at 9 is the best use of your resources. When they have two corners I really like. I love what I saw out of Kyler Gordon at the end of the season. And Jalen Johnson, I mean, he's just been a really good corner throughout his years. He kind of had a little more of a down year, but cornerback play is so volatile in the league that I'm not going to take that as like he's not good anymore. O-line, I definitely want to target. They kind of missed out on some of the O-line sweepstakes with like Orlando Brown and McGlinchey that ended up going to the Broncos. So I think tackle is definitely the pick here. Now they have their pick of tackle here, and everyone's different. Peter Skoronski's the best all-around tackle, but he's undersized. Paris Johnson, might have like the best feet maybe, and he's the best just like put together tackle. Then Broderick Jones is your best upside tackle, I think, out of these guys. For me, it's hard to not go Peter Skoronski, man. I know he's got short arms and stuff. Like this dude put on tape is just the best all around tackle. If you get rid of the arm length, he's the best tackle in this class. Like I know the arm length is a bit of an issue, but I think he's my number one tackle still. It's between him and Paris Johnson for me. I wouldn't blame them for going Paris Johnson, but I'm gonna go Peter Skoronski here out of Northwestern. Then we get back up here at pick 53. They gave away their early second round pick in the Claypool trade. Don't tell me what a disaster that was. But anyways, we're back up. They could double down with John Michael Schmitz and get some, O-line help. I definitely wouldn't be against that. Receivers definitely position one attack. Tank Dell's a dude that could bring some just electric play. They have Darnell Mooney, who's kind of a good defense, but Tank Dell would be more kind of like your slot electric dude. And I guess you leave Mooney. But I like Claypool in the slot. I've always thought that was his best position. And I feel like Tank Dell also has his best position in the slot. So you kind of get a conflict of like two slot dudes in that offense, which I don't know if you necessarily want. So we could go elsewhere. D line's a huge position of need. Just everyone on this D line pretty much. I think they could really use some help. And You know what? Let's go ahead and bring in Siaka Ika, dude who just a humongous dude out of Baylor, huge, good run stuff. I think they could really use help across their whole defensive front. Siaka Ika can bring in and be that run stuffing nose tackle for the Bears, and I think he's great value. I think he's definitely like a day two player, just a huge D tackle. I mean, kind of like your. Like a Vita Vea kind of build. He's not as good as Vita Vea was coming out, but kind of that kind of what he brings to your defense is going to be similar to what Vita Vea brought. So I would love a Siaka Ika there. I think that'd be a great pick. Now we got two more picks here at the back end of the second to get some. These are going to be really valuable picks to just pick some high upside players that can fill some positions of need here. Like I said, we can still think about receiver. I definitely want to get an edge rusher here. I'm going to go Derek Hall. I think Derek Hall's one of those dudes I kind of slept on at the beginning. I didn't really talk about him, but like seeing this dude move at the combine, his pro day, some of his bag drills, his pro day. I mean, this dude moves. He's one of the best just movers in this class. It's just agility and just his hips and his fluidity moving in and out of these bag drills. I mean, Derek Hall is a dude with that athletic upside that's just nuts. I mean, this dude athletically is one of the best in the class. He's got that height, he's got the tall size and frame that you want in a DM. Put a few more pounds on him, and this dude could be a true elite pass rusher, and that's where you're taking the bet on. And just overhaul this D line because like D line is so important, and they just didn't have any of that last year. So get Derek Hall, throw in that D end rotation, just beef up that D line would be a great pick. Now coming in here, I want to attack safety too. Is another position I think that they're lacking at. I know Eddie Jackson's hanging on there, but you definitely need someone else there. And I'm gonna go with Sidney Brown. I think Sidney Brown might be talked about as like the most athletic safeties in the class. I think Sidney Brown is definitely one of the most athletic safeties in this class. Had a great week at the Senior Bowl. He was kind of one of the bright spots at that safety position at the Senior Bowl. Really balled out, helped his value. Taking him back into the second just to help that second. Like I said, I like their corner duo. Pair him on the back end to help out, and I just think you want to buff. I mean, Chicago's always been known for their defenses. As much as I want to help Justin Fields and give him every opportunity to succeed, I think they've done some of that already. Like with the DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, they've done a good job of helping him already. Now, just you kind of want to help that defense because you don't want Justin Fields to have to score 30 points a game. So that's what I go with. Running back's another position I definitely want to attack. I love Khalil Herbert, but I think he's too small to really have like a true 3-down role. So I definitely want to get another dude. I love this little trio that we're seeing here with Tajay Spears, Sean Tucker, and Kenny McIntosh. All bring something a little different. Tajay Spears and Sean Tucker a little alike, but Kenny McIntosh, if you want to appear just receiving third down back, he's a dude I definitely would target here. They could use another tight end, but I don't think the value's here for tight end. They want to up their interior O-line. Andrew Voorhees is a dude I really like. I picked him in my Panthers mock draft you saw the other day. I think there's some good value. I think Chandler Zavala is a dude I really love in the late rounds if they want to attack that. They did a complete overhaul of linebacker and free agency, so I don't think I really want to target that specifically. Now, I do think they could use a nickel corner, and for that, I'm going to go with one of the better values. I'm going to go Caillou Blue Kelly. I think a dude who could play outside. He's another really just freakily athletic dude. I mentioned him in my combine videos as a dude that I thought was going to have a good combine. Had a good combine, he's just a really athletic dude in the jumping and moving. Pair him and just, now you kind of have a complete secondary with Caillou, Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Sidney Brown, just beefing up, putting as many bodies in that secondary because, it's a passing league. You need to throw you just need to throw as much value as you can at your secondary and hope some stuff sticks because teams are just passing the ball at unreal rates right now, and you need a secondary to be able to stop these dudes. So I'm just going to put everything I can in Caillou Blue Kelly. Caillou Blue Kelly in the third is a great value in my opinion. Now, we're going to go back. I'm going to see if any of these. So we still got two running backs I really liked, Sean Tucker and Kenny McIntosh. For my money, I have Sean Tucker. I had him in my offensive gems. So if you want to hear more about Sean Tucker, go in and check out my offensive gems video. I think he's a really underrated running back in this class. I think he's going to be really good early on. He has just some elite traits. Like I said, go check him out if you want to see that full video. But he's going to be who I'm going to go with to kind of pair with Khalil Herbert. Now, fourth round, you can see we got a lot of picks here. We still got 4 more picks. I kind of want to just go some of the best value players as I go along this draft, just get some high upside, and I want to put some more bodies on this O lineman. So So I'm gonna go with Olu from Michigan. I don't even want to try and pronounce the whole name. He's in just another solid dude. You know what you get. You know Michigan always provides some just solid offensive linemen. So I'm gonna go with him. You know what you have in guard with him. He's probably kind of a appropriate dude. I mean, he could probably start day one for them in that interior, and they just need more bodies on the O line. Just put some bodies in there and hope something kind of works out and something sticks in the end. Now we got another fifth round pick here. We've already attacked a lot of positions I wanted to. So I'm going to go back to the edge position. I know they have some edge they like, but like edge is just such a valuable position. We have so many picks. You might as well take as many shots. In another one of my gems, I'm going to go with KJ Henry. Saw him in my defensive gems video. He's like my favorite dude in this entire class. I think he can be a really good edge rusher in this league. Him and Derek Hall, I mean, pair him with what you already got at edge. You got a deep like 4-man edge rotation. And I think having an edge rotation can be so important because you get these dudes fresh against some tackles who have been playing the whole game. I mean, just bringing more juice off that edge. I mean, you can see I'm attacking edge and corner. When you're in a spot like the Bears, you're picking at number one for a reason because you don't have a great roster. Let's just be honest. They don't have a great all-around roster. So you want to attack positions. You want to attack high-value positions. That's what I've done. Tackle, edge, and corner are some of the positions I've attacked the most, some of the most valuable positions in the entire NFL. And that's what I want to do. Beef up on the most valuable positions, and that's where we can get. Now, I do want to attack some receiver depth. Like I said, I do like some of the receivers I have, but I definitely want some more depth. Looking here, I mean, Darius Davis, if you want to just get like that pure, just electric return guy, he could definitely be an option there. We could use some more interior D lineman help. Some more bodies on the interior O line could never hurt. Safety depth, tight end depth. I mean, they need depth at every position realistically. Or you could go with a backup quarterback. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna take Malik Cunningham. I think he's another just electric dude. I mean, Malik Cunningham, if you're talking about athletes at the quarterback position, I mean, Malik Cunningham might be that dude behind Anthony Richardson in this draft. So I'm going to go ahead and get him to back up Justin Fields, the dude where like, Justin Fields does run a lot. You got injury concerns with him running so much and being a slighter frame. So I want a backup who can, I don't have to change my offense if Malik Cunningham comes in the game. So another dude with high upside that I'm going to take to hopefully be the future backup of Justin Fields, so that if Justin Fields does get hurt, we got a dude who we can run our same offense, provides kind of a similar skill set to Justin Fields, and just has that elite athletic upside that you want in a quarterback. So we're going to go there. And now I believe our last pick. Like I said, when you're in the back in the draft, you just want athletic upside, dudes with high upside or just some depth. I'm going to go Chandler Zavala here. I think he's a really good guard, really smart dude. You saw at the Senior Bowl. I saw EJ Snyder and Brett Coleman did some interviews. Really smart dude, really good week at the Senior Bowl. He just showed up as like one of the best interior linemen, or Shrine Bowl, sorry, not Senior Bowl. Showed up as one of the best linemen at the Shrine Bowl there. Just really balled out. I don't think he's there in the 7th, in my opinion. I think he's more of an early day 3 kind of dude at the latest that he goes. But if he's there in the 7th, just provide more depth. That's going to be it in the end, though. You see, I just overhauled the lines. I think they're going to take, the Eagles have been doing this for years. If you're good at O-line and D-line, you're going to be a competitor. The Eagles have been good at O-line and D-line. They make the playoffs, almost every year now. They've been to 2 Super Bowls in the last, 5 years. The 2 most, underrated, positions of value in the league. That's what they need to target because that's what they're weakest at. They're probably weakest at the trenches, and the trenches is the most important area of the field other than quarterback. So they think they got their quarterback. I'm going to trust that they have their quarterback, and I'm just going to pound the trenches with as much value as I possibly can and hope we get some great dudes out of it, along with providing some secondary help and just overhauling this defense, because a good way to protect Justin Fields is not giving up points, because last year Justin Fields would have to score 30 points if he wants to win games. Maybe beef up this defense and he doesn't have to win. They did a great job in free agency. I thought the Bears, like I said, I love them just filling their holes in free agency so that they can do this in the draft and just take the best values at those high value positions in the trenches and just overhaul and get as much depth as you possibly can. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought about the Justin Fields kind of trade, who they should go at quarterback, and any picks you liked or disliked. Bears fans, let me know. Like I said, I'm not a Bears fan. So, maybe Bears fans feel a certain way about some of these picks. Let me know what you guys thought about them in the comments. And I will see you guys for my D-line position rankings next coming up this weekend, and just more mock drafts throughout the season. It's getting towards draft time, baby. It's getting there. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching.